Hey, Jimena.
Hello, Mona.
How are you?
Good.
Well, I just wanted to sit down and talk to you and learn a little more about you and your work. So, I guess just to begin, I want to ask what are some of the most prominent themes or values that you share in your work?
A lot about the meaning of the uterus and menstruation in all the symbols that have behind the blood that is kind of taboo right now. So I just want, that's one, what the most
Yeah.
important part is just trying to re-signify the blood and the uterus and all this meaning in ways that we can actually empower as females and as males also, understanding what is it that we have in our bodies and connect to our fullest potential by understanding that. Yeah.
That's really powerful. Well, why are those things specifically really important to you, or why have you chosen to talk about those?
2 years ago, I had a difficult disease, physical disease. So I had a very big myome, like a mass in my uterus, and I didn't want to do traditional medical treatment, which was basically removing the uterus. So I basically started reading about disease as a path for evolution, and I started finding a lot of layers in which, by analyzing deeper things, even our emotions, relations, the way we live, we can heal.
Yes.
That's how it came.
It's a very cathartic practice. And I think all of the artists here who have chosen different values are expressing that in their own ways. What kind of reactions have you had to, like, I guess, displaying that specifically,
Yeah,
or human
yeah.
blood or women's blood and these topics?
Well, some people get upset, like, what are you doing? You know, why are you putting menstrual blood? That's dirty,
Yeah.
that's trash, you shouldn't be showing that. But at the same time, I've had reactions of people saying, wow, thanks for doing this. This is very important that we kind of normalize what this blood is and we start talking about it. So when I was diagnosed, I was freaking out, and in that moment, this was actually the first stain I collected. In this process, as you can see, well, you cannot see here, but this was part of a menstrual pad in cotton. And I was just bleeding a lot. And when I went to the toilet to pee, I just see the pad, and I'm like, wow, this might be my last stain. So I was super worried and sad and nostalgic. And I just let it dry, and then I cut it in this shape. And I realized that it was in the shape like of pregnant woman. This part of the story comes when I decided to share the process. So I don't only want to show my embroidery, but I want to teach women on how to re-signify blood and their cycles through art. So these are just replicas of a lot of friends back in Colombia. I have in Mexico. I have people all over the world sending me their stains. So when they send, you can see like the different colors, different shapes. Yeah, that's the other part of the process in which I'm inviting community to do a co-healing process.
I guess, are there any other goals that you have with this project that you want people to learn from, and how can your residents at Artspace help you achieve that?
So I think one of the most important things I would love to share is to teach as much women as possible how to connect and to understand their own cycle, and hopefully that they plant their menstrual blood to the earth. This is a tradition that I have learned from indigenous in Colombia, and I've read about it, and all different indigenous in all around the world, in North America, South America, India. There's ancient cultures that used to do that, because basically we're connecting our wombs to Mother Nature, and with our wombs we are connecting all our ancestors, because we were in our mother's womb, our moms were in our grandmothers, and you go all the way back. So it's a very powerful way of healing human history on a spiritual way, in an energetic way, and connecting to to Mother Earth, and maybe by having this connection, as humans, we could act differently with the resources we use. I would love to have so many stains and keep collecting stains from so many women, and just installing a huge, very big museum. I have no idea where, but a very, very gigantic space full of blood stains from women from all over the world. I just envision having people the chance to get in this space that is completely covered with these stains, and doing collective menstrual blood or moon planting the moon back to the earth. That's what for me would be just like the goal.
No, that's beautiful. Okay, well, we'll do everything in our power to help you get started with that here.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.